Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to part 49 of the GTO Trainer. First hand, so this time we're doing the 1 minute timer. Under the gun +2 opens, we're in the cutoff with 8-6 of diamonds. This is going to be an easy fold. Up against a very tight, strong under the gun range. These hands do play the best. However, we would be rather, so a little bit more suited gappers if we want, correction, not suited gappers, as in we don't want suited gappers, we want suited connectors, more so. Next hand here, we're in the small blind with Ace-King offsuit. This is going to be an easy open. Big blind calls, so when big blind calls here, we're looking at a lot of suited gappers, suited connectors, decently weak range here. They are going to be calling very, very wide, closing the action. They do have position on us as well. Board comes 10-9-3, so big blind's definitely going to have a lot of 10x, a lot of 9x, and then a lot of air as well. I do like a check out of position, just try to see where we at roughly by their bet sizing. They go about half pot. This is going to be an easy call. No reason to raise just yet. 6 on the turn brings in a potential... Oh no, it brings in an open-ender of 8-7. But that's about it. So they could have been betting their 8-7. They could also just be betting a 10 or betting a 9. Even some pocket pairs below the 9 as well. Thinking that all those are good. Non-overly wet dynamic board, did have a straight draw out there that they could have been betting, but not a whole lot that they should be feeling as though they need to protect. Definitely a little bit thin to go for. There's probably no value to try to go for. It's mostly just trying to bluff them off any better equity, but I do prefer a check here. They check back, so definitely don't have any 10x, as 10x would probably still be going for value on the turn. No real 9x. A 9x could potentially as well. Definitely no straight. They definitely don't have 8-7 at all. There's no flush draw out there either that they could have been betting with. Once again, probably a little bit too thin to go for any value. I kind of like a check, possibly going even for a check call, depending on what sizing they take. They bet, okay, so just what, 75% pot. What are they betting 75% pot with? So I believed like a 10x was going to go for more on the turn, unless it was a very weak 10x. They could have been trapping potentially with a straight, maybe. Probably a little bit too harsh to try to narrow that out. As they would have bet, like, bet on the flop, and then I could see a check on the turn, definitely. Trying to incentivize us to bluff off on the river, believing that we are weak. But when they take such a big sizing, we could be beating a lot potentially here. But we are also beaten by a lot of just pretty much any pairs, and a lot of these pairs are hitting the big blind's range, so I like a fold here. Yeah, okay, so 10x. Yeah, so I could also definitely hear a call. We do have the nut high, so we are beating a decent amount. Well, pretty much beating all of their air, but we're not really beating any value at all. I'm losing to a 10, as we can see. Surprised like 10x didn't continue on. Continue on betting at all. I guess maybe because they perceived us as like being weak, not having anything really. What they say? Oh, so they're saying fold. I could understand a fold, but I think that's a little bit too premature. Definitely want to at least get them to put out one more bet before we fold, rather than just folding straight away on the flop. Definitely want to at least, make them have to put in at least a double barrel, or at least putting in something, and also just making sure that they can't bet flops too much and then be able to get it through too often. We want them to still think that we are sticky enough to the point where we're going to stay around and charge them at least a couple. if they want to try and bluff us off a hand and barrel through. Move on to the next hand here. Cutoff opens. We're in the big blind with some offsuit garbage. Easy snap fold. Next hand here, we open ace queen offsuit. Call from the button, then a squeeze from the small blind. Small blind's going to be very, very strong here. Squeezing over a raise and a call. They have 2 players behind. Well, correction, 3 players behind. They also had the big blind behind as well. And then not only are they 3-betting over a under the gun +2 range that they're going to be out of position to, but then also they have the button to be concerned about as well. Granted, the button is capped, but that's still another player in position to them. Ace queen off here, I like this as a fold. If we have a look here, what are we calling with exactly? So yeah, we're pretty much folding a lot of things. King Jack has our what's it called? Balancing our range type of hand. Yeah, I like ace queen suited. I like that as a call, but yeah, ace queen off. Not much extra equity. And then both our ace kings are jamming, and then our kings are jamming as well. Then our ace is just putting in a small raise, wanting to be called there, and then kings, ace king. I'm assuming wanting to. Hang on, why? Oh, I swear it always does this. Oh, there we go. So why are kings jamming here would be my question. At this thing, why is kings jamming and then aces aren't? I would have thought they would kind of be being played in the same way, but I guess, you know, aces kind of wants to be called a little bit more than kings do. Kings probably wants to deny equity a little bit more from any ace X that still has 30% equity, so that could potentially be the reason. And then ace kings are trying to get off a flip and trying to get off a what's it called? Get off a chop as well. Could be the idea there. So next hand here, got some offsuit garbage in the small blind. Easy snap fold, facing a button open. Under the gun opens. We're in the cutoff with 7-6 of hearts. This is the exact hand we want to be playing up against the under the gun range. But with so many players behind, we can't profitably just call here, because it's going to bring in at least the button, potentially the small blind, and definitely the big blind as well, as we're just giving them such good pot odds. But definitely a hand that we do like, and yeah, I'm not surprised that we would want to be raising that a little bit of frequency as well. Next hand here, so got some offsuit garbage, easy snap fold, facing a hijack open. More offsuit garbage and more folding. Once again, some offsuit garbage, easy snap fold. Once again, some offsuit garbage, facing an under the gun +1 open. Even if we weren't facing that open, still an easy snap fold. Same with queen 5 suited here, facing a cutoff open, going to be an easy snap fold. Same with the offsuit garbage on the button as well. And unfortunately, they're going to play out the hand. Oh, there we go. Okay, nice and easy one. So next hand here, folds around to us in the cutoff with ace-10 offsuit. This is going to be an easy open from the cutoff. Get 3-bet by the small blind. With such a polarized hand, yes, we do have position, but facing a 3-bet, not playing well up against that range at all. Dominated by a lot of better ace-X, and then we got some pocket pairs as well that we're at most having about 30% equity with the ace. And definitely not good enough to raise. Calling, we're going to cap ourselves. Yes, we do have position, but we do have a very polarized hand that could potentially lose us a lot of money. So I reckon this is going to be an easy fold. If we have a look here, so yeah, pretty much only continuing. So ace-jack we're raising, and then ace-jack bottom range, calling with our suited hands. Calling with a lot of our other suited hands that would be opening with. And then raising with a lot of our really good value. Next hand, got some offsuit garbage, easy snap fold. Next hand here, we open under the gun with ace-king offsuit. Get a 3-bet from the hijack, so they're going to be hijacking. They're going to be 3-betting very, very strong here up against a very tight, strong under the gun range. I'm under the impression that this is, especially the offsuit variation up against under the gun, this is a all-in, try and deny equity, try to get off chops, trying to get deny equity to flips as well. Oh, no, it isn't. That was too premature, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, that was too premature. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, that was badly played. Next hand here, button opens. We're in the small blind with an offsuit ace, easy snap fold. Next hand here, under the gun, +2 opens, hijack with some offsuit, easy snap fold. Offsuit garbage in the big blind, easy snap fold. Oh, sorry. Button opens. We got some offsuit garbage, easy snap fold. Low jack opens. We're in the cutoff with queen 4 of clubs, easy snap fold. Button opens. We're in the small blind of king 7 of spades. Once again, easy snap fold. Next hand here, under the gun +2, king 9 offsuit, easy snap fold. Next hand here, low jack opens. We're in the button with ace 7 offsuit, easy snap fold. Mostly playing. Oh, we are calling a decent bit, but definitely so pretty much. You can kind of see a line here in between our raising on value with our left, and then calling with a lot of our suited hands that have a little bit more post-flop playability, and where we want to utilize our position a little bit more. Next hand here, hijack opens. We're in the small blind with 10-8 offsuit, easy snap fold. Our button also called there as well. Rushing through it a little bit. Does get a little bit routine-y when you're a little bit on the card debtor side. As with offsuit garbage like this, where you can easily snap fold it and move on. Same with some suited garbage here as well. Easy snap fold. Button opens. We're in the big blind. We would be defending very, very wide, but weighted towards majority of suited hands, so this is going to be an easy fold. So as you can see, it's pretty much calling with all of our suited, even suited double gappers, triple gappers, but pretty much only really going with suited, still folding a lot of our offsuit variations. Next hand here, small blind opens. Small blind's going to be opening pretty much all of their range, so extremely, extremely wide. 9-8 offsuit, we do have position on them. Does have a little bit of post-flop playability, can play a little bit, but we are pretty much almost matching their range with our range in this situation, so I prefer a fold here. But yeah, not surprised about a call, given how, as you can see, how wide on the left here the small blind is. Yeah, we can be calling extremely wide ourselves, and yeah, 9-8 does fall into that bracket. So I probably should have found that call there. Next hand here, button opens. We're in the small blind with 10-6 offsuit. This is going to be an easy snap fold. Next hand here, under the gun opens. We're with the under gun +1 with some offsuit garbage. Easy snap fold. Low jack opens. We're in the button with ace deuce suited. Easy snap fold. Next hand here, under the gun +1 opens. We're in the hijack with 5 deuce suited. Easy snap fold. Same with the offsuit garbage here. Yo, this has been a terrible... Oh, here we are. Under the gun +2 opens. We're in the big blind. We 3-bet with ace-10. Surprising that would be a 3-bet. Yeah, very small frequency. Would much prefer a call. Definitely too strong to fold. But not strong enough to 3-bet in my opinion, especially up against the under the gun +2 range. But when they come in with a 4-bet here, this is going to be an easy fold here. Just not playing well up against their range at all. Dominated in a lot of situations. As you can see here on the left-hand side, very, very tight, strong range, and we're pretty much only continuing with top left, and then a couple bluffs in here as well, and then calling with a lot of our post-flop potential hands, even queens and jacks, given how strong under the gun +2 is in this situation. So we'll do one more hand if it's a good one. Here we are. So under the gun opens, we're on the button with pocket nines. So definitely not a fold, too strong to be folding here. If we call, this could bring along one of the blinds, but a raise here also opens us up to a 4-bet. So I do kind of like a call in the fashion that it also works out for our set mining, so I do want move forward with a call here. Both of the blinds get out of the way, under the gun checks, board comes queen 7-7. Very interesting to see the under the gun check here. Would have thought this would be an extremely high C betting frequency board, given that ace high is really good here a lot of the time. But given that they check, we're going to come out and bet this ourselves, and they call, so they could be calling here with pretty much a lot of ace highs here that are for some reason not betting on this flop. Maybe ace high lows. Maybe they're concerned that we got a 7, or maybe they got the board locked up and they've got pocket queens and they're trying to trap, and they don't feel a need to be betting here, so they don't feel a need for protection. Granted, there is no flush draw either. So we're going to check here, try to see where we're at. They check, well, they're checked, and then we check back. Jack on the river. Let's have a think here. So they raise pre-flop under the gun, so very tight, strong range. Then we call from the button. They don't c-bet a dry static board, so that's very concerning. So we don't think they've got overly strong ace high. We don't feel like they don't need to have anything to really protect, given that there's not many draws out there, so they're not overly incentivized to protect for value, but I would have thought it would still be a high c-betting board. So I'm thinking a lot of just ace highs here. And then definitely would have thought they would go for a lot more value on the turn, so I'm going to go forward here with a call, thinking that they're just bluffing with some ace highs, or ace highs, king highs, etc. I think they were bluffing purely, and then they're not going for value on the turn, so we don't think that they've got some strong queen X. So yeah, we don't think they got strong queen X, because that strong queen X would probably try to at least get some value on the turn. It's like ace queen, and then surprising, well, an ace jack on the turn actually does make a decent bit of sense. It's only second pair. They don't want to go too greedy for value, even though we have probably made it abundantly clear that we don't have a queen. Because we probably... Oh, no, we did bet flop. But, yeah. And then they called. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm surprised. I would have thought that ace-jack would have c-bet flop, but... Hey-ho. Actually, here, we can have a look. If we go... Yeah, so they should be betting. The thought process there was correct. They should be betting there at a very high frequency on such a dry static board. What up? No! So they should be betting there at a very high frequency. So I'm surprised that they aren't. But yeah, definitely the main thing that made me want to bluff catch on the river here, which is also the good play, is given that they didn't really go for any value on the turn there. So what are they trying to get value? And also it's a very small size, around like just over half pot as well, so pretty easy call, and we did give them plenty of rope as well. So we do believe they are bluffing, because we would have thought if they had strong value, they would have started going for that value on the turn. So yeah, let's have a look at our summary. 35 hams, 44 moves, 95% GTO score. The one wrong move coming from going all in with that ace-king, I believe. Yes, just thought wrong, essentially. Just thought wrong position. Yeah, it should just be an easy raise there. Are we able to replay this hand? Replay hand. hang on, here we go. Repeat hand. Yeah, that's fine. Well, so this is now starting like a whole new session or something. But yeah, so let's here. So we open under the gun, hijack 3 bets. We're getting come through with the 4 bet here. They go all in up against the under the gun range. Once again, I think they're gonna say that this should be a call, but I just don't think this should ever be a call because this is just never a bluff in a million years. And best case scenario, we are flipping, and I personally don't enjoy flips. And I think there's far better opportunities. But I do believe for GTO, this is it is a fold. Damn, so I'm thinking completely wrong. Oh, well, yeah, I guess up against it under the gun. Yeah, so yeah, okay, cool. So my thought process was correct. I just got confused by GTO on that situation. Well, leave it on there. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Have a good one. And as always, play well.